Imagine cruising down the highway with a turntable spinning your favorite tunes right inside your car. While this might sound like a scene from a sci-fi movie or an eccentric retro fantasy, in-car record players were a real and innovative concept during the mid-20th century. Inspired by the growing popularity of car radios, automakers in the 1950s set out to introduce another household entertainment staple to vehicles: the record player. While its reign was short-lived, this invention represented the automotive industry's first attempt to let drivers and passengers curate their own music playlists while on the go, a groundbreaking idea in an era that predated cassette tapes, CDs, or digital streaming services. The first in-car vinyl player, the Highway Hi-Fi, was nothing less than revolutionary. Designed by Dr. Peter Goldmarkle, so known for inventing the 33 1/3 revolutions per minute long-playing LP record, while serving as head of CBS Laboratories, the Highway Hi-Fi was introduced as a factory-installed option in certain Chrysler vehicles. But adapting fragile, groove-lined records to the unpredictable and oft-turbulent setting of a moving automobile was no small feat. At the time, the recording industry was embroiled in a heated format war between two competing vinyl standards: the 33 1/3 revolutions per minute LP, championed by CBS for its extended playtime, and the 45 revolutions per minute single, promoted by RCA for its compact size but shorter playtime. The 45S could easily fit into a car's glove compartment, but frequent flipping was inconvenient. On the other hand, 12-inch LPs boasted long playtimes but were too large to easily integrate into a vehicle. Dr. Goldmark and his team, determined to overcome these obstacles, turned to microgroove technology to design a solution. They developed an ultra-microgroove vinyl format specifically for the Highway Hi-Fi system. This innovation allowed compact 7-inch records to store as much music as a 12-inch LP by slowing the turntable speed to 16 2/3 RPM, half that of a traditional LP. These new records offered extended albums that would take listeners on uninterrupted musical journeys while driving. The Highway Hi-Fi was put through extensive testing, beginning in the lab where it delivered impressive sound fidelity, followed by trials in Dr. Goldmark's personal Chrysler. To minimize disruptions like skipping due to rough roads, the design employed a spring-mounted enclosure for the turntable, as well as increased stylus pressure, allowing it to remain stable even on bumpy terrain. The resulting player, not small enough to fit in the glove compartment, was instead installed beneath the dashboard. With a simple push of a button, its cover would flip open, allowing the turntable to slide forward and deliver music through the car's built-in radio amplifier and speakers. For testing purposes, the device was even custom installed in a Ford Thunderbird owned by a CBS executive, which reportedly performed just as well. Despite the promising mechanics and a highly innovative design, CBS executives were skeptical about the system's market viability. Concerns arose regarding whether it would distract listeners from radio programming and, consequently, from CBS radio advertisers. As a result, CBS decided against fully endorsing the project. Dr. Goldmark, undeterred, took matters into his own hands and demonstrated the system directly to Chrysler executives. During a test drive at Chrysler's rigorous Detroit torture track, the Highway Hi-Fi's performance left a lasting impression. Consequently, Chrysler adopted the technology, offering it as a premium feature in its 1956 models under the Highway Hi-Fi brand name. However, this groundbreaking innovation came at a steep cost: $200, equivalent to over $2,200 in today's economy. This premium pricing signaled the device as a luxury item, accessible to a niche market. Unfortunately for Chrysler and Dr. Goldmark, mass production of the Highway Hi-Fi introduced inconsistencies. While the system had been precision engineered for Goldmark's personal car, Chrysler failed to replicate this craftsmanship at scale. The Highway Hi-Fi units, installed across a range of vehicles, including lower-end Dodge and Plymouth models, with stiffer suspensions, suffered from frequent skipping. This inconsistency frustrated customers, eroded trust in the product, and led to an influx of warranty claims. Ultimately, what began as an avant-garde leap forward unraveled due to uneven product execution in mass production. By 1959, the Highway Hi-Fi was discontinued. Yet Chrysler wasn't ready to give up on in-car entertainment. The company pivoted and, in 1960 and 1961, introduced the RCA Auto Victrola, a turntable capable of holding and playing a stack of up to 14 standard 45 revolutions per minute singles. Although it still struggled with skipping on rugged roads, it demonstrated clear improvements over its predecessor. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the Philips Mignon made strides in the field of in-car record players. Branded as the Auto Mignon in some markets and marketed in the US under the Norelco name, the Philips system built a reputation as a preferred choice for automotive music enthusiasts. Its fame even extended to the Beatles, with members reportedly installing the Mignon in their vehicles. George Harrison was famously photographed utilizing his in a Jaguar E-Type. The Philips Mignon's design was particularly noteworthy for its forward-thinking practicality. Unlike its American counterparts, it didn't necessitate custom-designed records. Instead, it accepted standard 45 revolutions per minute singles, which could be conveniently inserted into a front slot. This functionality prefigured the design of later in-dash CD players. However, while its single-play capacity set it apart, it also meant that drivers had to frequently reload singles during long trips, leading to interruptions in playback. Ultimately, automotive record players fell out of favor following the emergence of taped music, a game-changing breakthrough that enabled greater storage, improved sound quality, and smoother playback. As cassette tapes surged in popularity, in-car record players became relics of a past obsessed with vinyl. Although they are long gone, these short-lived innovations represented exciting experiments in the evolution of in-car entertainment, paving the way for the modern, seamless audio experiences we enjoy today.